So this is an interesting twist. I had to do this. Let me show you why. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, and welcome to my world. We're here, we're doing things back on FTB Hermitpack. And before we get started, I do want to say if you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to see more. Check out the Patreon and donation links down below if you don't want to support me. Now we can get on with the show. So, this little thing that I have right here, this thing is pretty cool. Now, it actually looks pretty cool, despite the fact being made out of dirt. I kind of like the way it works. It just kind of worked out perfectly that we have water here and we have the other stuff here with these guys in here, like so, to do what we need to do. Because what I'm going to do is, instead of do the self-sacrifice route, we're going to go the sacrificing route. Now, we still have the runes of self-sacrifice in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put, I don't know how many, a huge amount of stone into this chest and let it all go. I need a bunch. Let's see, what do I need? I need 20, I think I need 20 of these to make those. What do we need for the speed runes? Let's see, stone, sugar, 2 more blank slates. So, let's see, I need 16 blank slates. So there's the 16 blank slates that we want. Oh, that's right. I also need the chests and stuff to be hooked up in here as well. So it's dropping the cow. Well, what I'm going to be doing is dropping the cows down into this thing. So that way I can just kind of stand like right here, let them fall on me or whatever. Just kind of hit them as they come down to gain the blood in the altar and make this thing continue. I guess we're going to have to set these here. Hopefully they're still close enough. If they're standing on these things, I hope they're still close enough to actually make it to what we want it to make it to. There, and then here and here. So hopefully this is still fine. It should be. That should still work. It shouldn't have any problems. I don't know if the cows are actually going to fit down the hole, though. This is the first thing we got to try, is to see if the cows are actually going to go down there. If not, I'm going to have to back things up a little bit and hopefully not cause any problems with some other stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Now, the other thing that I want to do is if they're standing on top of this, I need to make sure I'm at least 6 higher so we don't get any kind of a stall. No. Oh, crapo. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. Wait, where's the filter? I broke all this stuff, but where's my filter at? Is the filter still in here? It's not. Uh-oh. Where's my filter? Oh, does the filter get removed? It might get deleted. There might be a bug in extra utility stuff. I need to go make a filter again. But anyway, I'm going to see about hooking this stuff up and make sure everything is measured out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6. Ooh. I guess it's going like right up top. We might get some cows on top. Hopefully we don't get too many. Hopefully they all land down here, but we'll have to see. Anyway, shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm going to test this concept, set everything up, and then we'll see how things go after that, I suppose. And I need to make my filters. I'm going for it. I know you can't see anything right now. There we go. I'm going for it. I don't know if it's going to work. I really don't. But I'm hopefully going to be able to do it. I have all 20 Rune of Sacrifice, and I don't have any of the speed runes on right now. I'm hoping that I can keep this guy topped off with the little bit of cows that I actually do get in here, which really is not a whole lot. It's really, really not. So I'm hoping that this will work. I really don't know if it will, but I'll bring it back and find out here in a second. It seems like I might be doing okay. Well, I did it. It really wasn't all that difficult. This was actually fairly decent. Now, let me show you what I've done. I know I said I was going to test just to see if it worked. But I decided just to go ahead because I told you I was going to skip a lot of this stuff. And so I have, pretty much. I did that. I did get rid of this. Now, the only thing we need, really, is tier 4. I need to get to tier 4 in order to get the Well of Suffering, and the reason for that is because we need the Dusk runes in order to make the Well of Suffering, and this guy right here requires tier 4. Well, the Elemental Inscription tool requires tier 4. The Dusk runes take tier 4. So, yeah, and there's those in the... I think I said everything properly. I don't know, but you get the idea. I have to have tier 4. And right now we're at tier 3, but we're going to take a little break from that for now. We're going to step back for a second. I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy off. I don't think it's going to cause any problems. I'm just going to leave the cows up here to do whatever. Now, eventually, all of this stuff is going to go away. This is not a permanent fixture on our base. We'll eventually have the Well of Suffering below the altar, and we won't need the thing above it. So that won't be a big deal. But as far as this is concerned, these guys right here, you guys gave a lot of suggestions for these, including what was in the walls. And, of course, Matt L., man, you were always there with the suggestions. Your suggestions are very in-depth, and I really, really do like that. I really do, including the snake one. I mean, they're fantastic suggestions. I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to complete them all, though, because they're so in-depth and they require so much work. I want to. I really do, because I think it would be fantastic. Would you get over here, you stupid guardian? Thank you. I think they would look fantastic, and I'm going to try to do some of them, but I don't know when. Like, a lot of your suggestions are going to be long term, just because they are so in-depth and require so much detail work. But they are great. Some of the other ones I got were about the trimming, like that there's outside border with connected texture and the inside is something different, which would look good. It's very simplistic, and it would be pretty cool, and that is something I would normally go for. But I was looking for something different. Now, I told you guys there was something in particular I'm betting you guys would guess, and you didn't. You actually didn't. For example, we're doing cows, right? I thought somebody was going to suggest to put a pixel art cow on the side of the wall. It makes perfect sense, and it's maybe not perfectly big enough, but it's pretty close. I mean, I could chop the 16 by 16 texture down into an 8 by 8 texture and fit it in here fairly well. I mean, it would be a little off center, but it would work. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Other people suggested putting logo or I don't know, a lot of different things. There's so many suggestions in there. Now, the other suggestion was about the sword. The sword that is breaking, let me go back to the spawn base and show you. If we go over here, we can check out, oh, jump better. Okay, there we go. We can check this out over here. I can show you. This guy right here is a broken sword. It's broken. I don't know how, but a lot of you guys were telling me, and now it's a legendary level. That's pretty cool. So that levels up. The level levels up. It does gain experience, I guess. Maybe it doesn't. I'm not sure. I don't know. But some people were thinking, like me, that in order for it to truly be unbreakable, a player has to wield it. Somebody else, Ian, just said that he knows people or he plays with people or something along those lines that have, like, manual things like we have that they break. He was like, try a stone one and make that unbreakable. And one other suggestion that I had was to get an etheric one. Etheric? I don't think we have one of those. I think, is that Matt who suggested that? I don't remember. But I do apologize for that. I say that I don't remember who comments on some of these things, and it's not because I don't want to mention you or anything like that. I don't remember this. I get a lot of suggestions from you guys, and it's absolutely fantastic. Don't stop the suggestions. I love reading them. You guys have great ideas. Just mentioning like 80 different people in one episode might be a bit much. So I don't always do it, but we don't have an etheric sword. Something. We don't have one of those, which I think would be pretty cool. I don't remember what mod that is by, but I think that is with the, what's it called? Unstable ingots. I think that's what that is. And we don't have those at all either. Unstable, like we don't have any unstable ingots. That is actually the mod that adds the division sigil from all that and get all those things. And we don't have any of that. We don't have any of that stuff. But I do have a suggestion. Oh, hello. Prismarine crystals. I have one that I thought of that nobody else thought of. And it's why I wanted to go all the way to tier 3 pretty quick. I wanted to do it last episode, but I just didn't have enough time. The bound sword. The bound sword, the bound blade, is unbreakable. And it's absolutely fantastic because it just uses blood. It uses LP from my network, which still costs me things, so it's still balanced. However many grinder things that I want to put in here, Every single one is going to be taking LP from my network in order to run it, in order to make it unbreakable, which is good. I think it works out. I think that's a wonderful way to do it. Now, that being said, I do need to hook up the Well of Suffering before I do that, before I can get into that. So, yeah, we're not going to do these yet. I think I said I was going to do these now just to get them going, but I'm not ready for that because we need to get to tier 4. We need tier 4. Just so you guys don't have to sit here and wait for it, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that off camera. I finally got a common Tartaric gem. This guy right here. Okay, let me show you the way this works, right? You have one Tartaric gem that you have to work up and store will quality in. But in order to get the next version of a Tartaric gem, you need the previous version. But you need it over here. So if I need a lesser Tartaric gem over here to get a common one in the middle, then I also need one over here. And if we take a look at the requirements for this, we need 240, which a regular tiny little gem can't handle. So you literally need 2 of whatever version you want. Like, for example, we got the common, right? Which means I needed 2 lessers. 1 to put over here and 1 to put in the recipe itself. One of which had to be full of will. So I had to go kill a bunch of people. You see this sword is almost completely gone. I think it's a little dumb to require 2 like that. That's, nah. You already require 1 for this. Why are you going to require another one over here? It doesn't make too much sense to me personally, but hey, it is what it is. The other thing that I have a little bit of a complaint about, for example, you see, oh, let me go ahead and do this. Let me show you this part. Because this is also a little hinky to me. I don't like it at all. Now, there is one good thing is you can transfer all of the will from one gem onto another just by doing that. Now, take a look at this right here. 1.98.8. So 1.98.8. 198.8. We kill one of these guys. 198.5. So it took away will to kill a cow. Why? Cows have will. They have the will to move from spot 1 to spot 2. They have that will. So why does it take away will? Now, I understand this guy gets... It takes will to wield it. But just make it not give you any. Don't make it take it away. That's stupid. Anyway. Complaints and rants and whatever you want to call them over. Now, moving on, I do have the common Tartaric gem. The reason I needed one of these is because in order to continue with things, I told you that I wasn't going to get the bound sword just yet. And then I kind of started into the process of getting it because in order to get this, I need this, which means I need a common here. And this requires 400 minimum. I need 400 will, which means I need to go probably make another one of these guys in order to get this going, which is really unfortunate. It's not difficult to get, really, not at all. Iron sword and a petty. But I do have to make that petty, which doesn't require any will. It's very simple to make these. I just have to do it. I need to make another one of these, and then I need to fill this guy up with, or not this guy up with at least 400 will in order to make that one thing. It only uses 10, but you need at least 400 in the gem to make one bound blade or a one binding reagent. So that's a thing. But what I want to do is actually make a few of these because it might just be time to get our living armor. Maybe. You know, I like the living armor. If we take a look at the living armor, these guys right here require the binding reagent as well, which is pretty simple, actually. It's kind of easy, really. That and an iron helmet. So if I want to get the bound blade, which I need for the next step, I need that to get to tier 4, and I'll show you that in here in a second, then, you know, we need 5 of these total. 1 for each piece of armor and 1 for the bound blade. So there you go. Now, the reason we need the bound blade already, and not just for this guy in the future, but first, before that, we need the bound blade because we need the weak shards. We need the weak blood shard. These guys right here can only be gotten with the bound blade. It's the only sword capable of getting them from killing regular mobs, from killing regular creatures. So we have to get it before we can start the other stuff. But yeah, we'll work on this here in a little while. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make all these things, but I did want to bring up something else. If we're using the bound blade as our kill chamber, or as our, with the mechanical user in this guy as our unbreakable blade, and we use a mob that is an actual hostile, like a zombie or a skeleton or anything like that, and we're farming them with the mechanical user and the bound blade, that means we should, in theory, also get a huge amount of weak blood shards from them. So it's another benefit there. We get weak blood shards, like endless amounts of those, which is really, really cool. So I don't have to go out and search for them. But the first couple, actually, I'm going to have to do on my own. So that's a thing. But let me go ahead and make 5 binding reagents, and then I'll see you back. The other thing I wanted to show you real quick is that I now have the spider one. I now got the spider, but you see that all of the durabilities are going down because what I'm doing is I'm going over into this thing. Hopefully I load pretty quick so I can actually show you. And I go up to the top of it and I drop down inside of it, which is really kind of handy. Bloop. Oh, crapo. I just opened the wall. Don't open the wall. Please tell me I can place you. Hey, you! Get out of the way. Get out of the stupid way, stupid thing. Yes. Oh, man. I need to get all the spiders out of the way so that they actually die. And then that way I can put this back. There we go. That's better. But now that these guys don't come after me, I just have to watch out for witches. There's one right there, too. Of course there is. The witch is literally right there, ready to attack me. Oh! La, 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 la. Okay, there we go. I'm good now. I'm okay now. I'm okay, but spiders don't attack me anymore. And the witches do, which is really unfortunate because I need to get rid of that witch so he doesn't hurt me. I actually died another time in here. I died in here because of a wither cat. Now, what happened is that the witch spawned, brewed the cat thing there, and then, or with the cat. Some of the witches spawn with cats in this. And they have a potion that actually makes the cat grow, like, a lot. Like, it's really huge. And the cat was laying right here, across the way. And it was trying to chase me, and it's really, really fast. So it can actually negate the full speed of this. So it was standing still right there in the way, and it couldn't move. It would not get out of the way at all. So I couldn't get through to get out. And eventually, he broke free of the conveyor belts. Probably because I tried to attack him, he bounced off a wall or something, I don't know. Ended up getting, able to get traction on the cursed earth, and he just ran after me and just demolished me. I couldn't get out fast enough. So, it was a little unfortunate. I did die, but it is what it is. Is the witch gone yet? Nope, there's another one over there. Hey, and this one has a cat. Stop it. Ha, stupid. Okay. Boomerang. Get the witch. Get the witch. Oh, cat's big. Oh, cat shrunk. Whoa. Bam. Snipe that cat right out of there. Anybody else? No? Okay. Let me get my 400 will now. Did I say 4 or 5? I only need 5 right now. 5 of these guys going at one time. Boom. 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 And boom. Yay! Woo! And good thing is I have my coin of fortune here, so I can go ahead as soon as they're done exploding everywhere. I'll instantly pick them up, pretty much. Bam! Yeah! All right, so now we have everything that I need here. For the most part, I can go ahead and take off my steel stuff. I want to put on the living armor stuff. If you don't know about living armor, basically what happens is that while you're wearing it, you get level up. You see my upgrade points there. Shift and M will tell you everything that you get, but I don't currently have anything. Now, the upgrade points are very interesting. Now, you have a total of 100 upgrade points. And what you do is you just kind of do stuff. If I go around running around for a little while, I'll gain the speed upgrade. Just by running around for a little bit, I will gain the speed upgrade, which is perfect. It's great. It's fantastic because it makes you move faster. If I jump a lot, I'll also get a jump boost, which are two things that I absolutely like a lot. Each of those require a certain amount of upgrade points. So, for example, we'll say each of those costs 1 at Tier 1. Tier 1 jump boost costs 1 upgrade point. I don't know if that's the actual number. I don't think it is, actually. And the same thing with the speed. I have no idea what the actual costs of them are. But let's just say they cost 1. So then I have 2 out of 100. Now, you can only acquire upgrades up until 100, and the higher the level, for example, Speed 2 would require 10 points, and Speed 3 require 30 points, or something along those lines. I don't think it's that severe. But yeah, so I can pretty much go around jumping all over the place. I'll eventually gain, I thought I would have gotten it by now, because the first level actually comes around pretty quick. There it is, upgrade acquired. What did I get? I got Shift M. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Wait, what? It said upgrade acquired. Okay, keep going maybe? What? What? It said upgrade acquired, but I guess I didn't actually get the upgrade. It's weird how that happens. But yeah, so I have this stuff here. I feel like my charms are breaking, or are broken? I don't know. It says upgrade points. Hold Shift and M. I should have something. It said upgrade acquired, but I didn't actually get the upgrade, which is odd. But yeah, so you can do various things. You can run around to gain speed. You can jump a lot to get jump boosts. You can get hit a lot to gain resistance. Then there's a whole bunch of them that you can get. I don't think there's one for night vision, which I would really love. But I don't think there is. I need a night vision pendant or ring or something that I think actually does exist. There's a thing there somewhere. Anyway, you get the idea. So that's the living armor. Now, this stuff does break, but there's an interesting little thing you can do with it. Like mending. Mending can be put on these guys so that anytime you gain experience, it will heal them. It will repair them. And the good thing about our little solidified experience stuff here, which we actually have a lot more of, is that when you eat them, it drops the experience orbs themselves, which is required for mending to repair armor. So anytime we need to repair this really badly, we can just go eat some solidified experience and it'll heal it for us. And it's pretty amazing that way. That's good to know. Once they break, you see we no longer have the spider one. I've been killing a lot of spiders to get our little weak blood shards here that I've been working on. Finally got those, and I'll show you what we're going to do with those here in a little bit. But for now, the skeleton, zombie, and creeper are the only ones we have left, and we are running out of them as well. Once you are done killing 80 of the mobs that you are protected against, they break, and you have to remake it from scratch. I was wondering if there was going to be any kind of a repair mechanic, but there is not. You just have to recraft them all. And we've got tier 4. Oh my goodness, it took so long. And I actually kind of went a little bit further than that as well. And I grinded out everything that I needed in order to get everything we need for the Well of Suffering. Now, normally all of this whole process that you've seen me do today takes like 2 or 3 episodes. So I hope you're okay with me skipping through a bunch of it. And it's like I said, for whatever reason, the Blood Magic-y episodes don't really do so well on my channel. Not entirely sure why. But you guys, I guess, would just rather see me go through it pretty quick. It could just be that I've done it a lot. And a lot of you guys are, you know, naturally return visitors. So, you've seen it once, you don't need to see it again. Crap, I broke glowstone. I did not mean to break glowstone. Oh, thank goodness I got 4 back. I gotta be careful what I'm breaking, man. That's not good. I don't want to do that. But, so what I'm doing now is I'm tearing down this thing. And after I'm done breaking this all down and making it all look... No! Crapo, I keep breaking things I need. We're going to move on to the next step and actually get the Well of Suffering up and operational. And now for the fun part. Okay, let me show you what I've done. Number 1, of course, like I said I was going to do, dirt's gone. That's all I've done, really. And then I cleared out the bottom of this as well. This was a solid sheet of snow all the way in the bottom, and I cleared it out just to make room for everything that I want to make room for. And if we take a look at this, I've already selected the Well of Suffering here. So if we look down here, we can actually see the whole size of it. And I believe this is the perfect position for it, so everything should place without any problems, and all 36 of our ritual stones should go bye-bye as soon as everything is here. Also, I'm not sure if these textures are from my buddy Chris P. in the comments. He's down there all the time. He's in my Discord chat, does some, which, by the way, I keep not mentioning. Resource packs. Look, Xogue version 1 is available. There is a download link down in the bottom if you want any of the textures you see here. A lot of them are, well, maybe not a lot of them. I'm not sure exactly which ones are which. Like, I couldn't remember exactly. But pretty much all of the awesome looking ones. Because either him and I have very similar design tastes and aesthetic tastes, or he just knows me really, really well, because this is like, I don't know if these are him, but these look cool if they are. They look different than they usually do, so I think they might be his. But it looks pretty cool. I don't have a clue if that's him or not, but he does a lot of things. He's got a lot of textures out there. So go check out the download link down there if you want to see any of the textures that you see in this episode or any of my episodes. And yeah, there you go. So now, as you see, all of this is gone. We don't have those 36 ritual stones anymore, but these things look amazing. I like this. Like, it's so simplistic. Simple is really, really good to me. I like simple. I like clean. I like straight lines. It's just perfect. It's all three of those are in these blocks in this design. Anyway, now, that being said, what I need to do is prep the rest of it. Now, what do I mean by that? The Well of Suffering needs bodies to hurt in order to give me LP in my network. Now, I've already used this design several times before, so I know that this is within range of that, even though technically it shouldn't be, because if we measure this up, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 5. So this is actually on the bottom. This is the bottom of the, if 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's the 5th block. Okay. So I guess it is barely within range, but it does work. It works out okay. I've done it before. Now, that being said, the way the Well of Suffering works is that it hurts mobs within a 10 by 10 by 10 area. Now, that means 10 vertical. 10 by 10 across is fine, but it's centered on this. But if you think about it, 10 doesn't have a center point. There's no single block. There's actually 2 center, which means 4 up and 4 down, and then 2 centers. So if we go 4 up, we're not quite going to get there, which means this is on the bottom, which means we only have a total of 4 on this side, 2, 3, and 4. So what I want to do is actually create, this would be 4. So I'm going to go directly here. Basically, this is going to be, oh, goodness. Okay, don't do that. Well, actually, I do need to dig down. What I want to do is go 3 below this one. This one right here. So if this is 2, 3. So I want to go 1 down all the way across this. Oh, wow, lag. I do get lag when I mine big areas like this. I don't know if it's because all the blocks are breaking so quickly and the game just can't keep up, or if it's like the grass is breaking on top of all of the blocks, or something along those lines. But I do get a bunch of lag like that. It's pretty crazy just how much lag I get when I'm breaking blocks in mass quantities like this. It's pretty ridiculous. You see this? It's pretty bad. It's really not all that great. But after we're through with this, of breaking all of this dirt out, we should have a fairly clear area. And all I really need to do is build a wall around this. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Now, granted, I think daylight is going to be a friend to us here, I think. Oh, more updates acquired just by breaking grass. Wonderful. Also, for whatever reason, my upgrades are not sticking in here. They're just not showing. I think a game restart will actually help that. I think that'll help quite a bit. But for right now, we're kind of in trouble with that. I don't know. Now, what I need to worry about, I don't know which center is here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 5 out on each side of this ritual stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So right here, we're going to have walls here, all the way across. I guess that's going to be the same place all the way around. So, like, you know, here and then here. I know these aren't going all the way to down to the ground yet. I'll fix that. But we're going to have walls where all these guys are. And it's going to be completely walled in all the way to the ground. And then we're going to light... Actually, it might be bigger than that. Because then they can wander in range and it'll be good. And some mobs will be there. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it matters. We might make it a little bigger. But what we're going to do is have cursed earth here. We're going to have a cursed earth floor right here, which is going to be perfect. And usually I go the witch route. Usually I stash a bunch of witches there because it's easily scalable. If I need more LP, I can just add witches in later and it'll be fine. But in here, I don't think that we don't have the safari nets or anything, or the jailers. Jailers are what I want. We don't have any of those either. So I would have to go through and get name tags, which is kind of what I started doing in the last series. That's just because I had my heart set on witches. I really, really love the witches versus the regular mob spawner type. But it's fine either way. It's fine. And that way we'll get all of this. It won't be nearly as long to set it up, and everything will be fine. This guy right here has this recipe, lava bucket and stone all the way around, right? This is what I just got, and I'll show you why we want it here in a minute. But first and foremost, let me show you this. This is the exact same recipe, stone all the way around, lava bucket in the middle, and it gives me lava stone, cracked lava stone. And that's not what I want. That's not what I want. I wanted the nullifier, which is the exact same recipe, so there's a recipe conflict. So what I did is I gave myself the nullifier. I gave it to myself. And what I'm going to do here is actually, I'm going to use the nullifier to test it out a little bit. So if I do this and I do, oh, I can't attach this? Really? Items? Okay, well, that's new. Crapo. That's not what I wanted at all. I can work with that. But basically, I'm going to get rid of the items here. And there's that. Oh, where did... Oh, of course. Of course, of course. 8 stone. There we go. Go away. And I'll get... It's one lava bucket. If you're really worried about one lava bucket, let me know. And I'll get rid of it. It's not that big of a deal. But, yeah. So I just wanted to show you that's why if I do end up going into here, be like, he cheated. Yeah, well, technically, I suppose I did. But I'm trying to be fair. I have all the supplies for it. So it's kind of... I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. So it's kind of bummer that I can't put this directly on here. But the other thing that I need is a drop of evil. And after I get the drop of evil and the item nullifier, I'm going to need a chest and some other things. Chest, this, and then I need transfer, which I have. So I need one of you and then some of you. Yes, possibly, maybe. Yeah, I think that should do it. So I don't know how we're probably going to need, I do have actually speed upgrade. Ooh, not the right kind of speed upgrades. I need other speed upgrades. Oh, of course it's getting nighttime. Of course it is. Of course it is. Let me go to sleep and collect my thoughts. And I'll see you back in a second. So this is an interesting twist. I had to do this. Let me show you why. And yes, I'm aware that the episode is already getting long. We're going to deal with that here in a minute. I'm trying to rush. I don't want it to be a crappy episode, but I'm trying to finish pretty soon. So what I have down here is this guy, and I tried to add in speed upgrades because we're going to need some in order to keep up with all the items that are coming through. So I put these in here, and then I wasn't able to fly. And if you take a look at this, that's because now these pipes right here are draining at draining our grid power by 6.53, which is very interesting, actually. It's a very interesting concept. But anyway, so now that we have this stuff settled, that stuff can go away, and we can go ahead and use our drop of evil in here. Right there. Oh my goodness. How far are you going? Oh, did it keep going? It kept going. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's not so good. Now I need to fly and very carefully break all of these things. Oh, look, I missed one. Oh crap. That's fine though. Actually, that'll just kind of populate itself. So now we're going to start getting some spawns in here. Hopefully, I'm not going to get attacked too hardcore from anything. If a witch spawns, I'm in trouble. And if a spider spawns, I'm now in trouble. But not too terribly, I don't think. It's not going to be too big of a deal. Hopefully, we're going to be okay for the moment. I forgot to prepare my whole snow situation. That's okay. That's okay. You can go away there, creeper. That's fine. That's okay. All right, so there we go. Now, we do have some stuff going on here. Why is it nighttime? Why are you nighttime already? This is terrible. Stop it. I'm trying to activate this thing already. Jeez. All right, so light. I need these to not be what it is. I don't know how far it extended past the borders. Oh, it didn't. Actually, it only extended on the one side because there was an opening. Oh, that's perfect. It stops at walls. I like that. That's really good, actually. Now, I have already broken a block up here so that we can sneak back inside to activate this guy. This one should already be attached to me. Okay, there we go. And if we take a look, you got to make sure you have at least 50,000 in your network. We have 58,000. So hopefully this is going to work out. Whoa, crappo. Oh, crappo. Crappo, crappo, crappo. Oh. So, bam. It's hurting them all. Perfect. Yay. Goodbye, you. So now all of the items there are going to be destroyed instantly. And the reason I'm doing that is because, well, frankly, I don't need that many items. We have the thing at spawn that can help support us with any items that we need. Anything we need can be gotten at spawn, plus we get all the player kills at spawn. We won't get the player kills here. For example, all the stuff that we need for our charms. We won't get that over here because those are player kill only and we are not killing them with a player. And that does not act like a player, as far as I know. It doesn't anyway. So we're doing okay there. What I need to do is just get a piece of birch to patch up the hole. And we should be getting some pretty good stuff here. Actually, I'm going to need my orb too. I don't know. Actually, I think my orb is still up there. I believe it is. I didn't pay attention enough to see if it was actually still up here. It is! Look at that. Look at that thing. So now what I can do, we're getting so much stuff here. I need to get more speed rooms, more sacrifice rooms, and just kind of mix and match them all the way to tier 4 over here. And we'll start getting a whole bunch of stuff. But we just used 50,000, which means we went down to 8,000. And now we're at 70,000. So we're doing really, really, really good. But to keep this episode from getting too monstrously long, I got to cut it here. So if you did like it, don't let that like button get lonely and subscribe to see more. Check out the Patreon and donation links down below if you do want to support me. Thank you for watching. Do what you do, and I'll see you next time. I think we just had an explosion in there. That is not good at all. You couldn't give an insult if your life depended on it. You want to see what I've got, fish face? Fish face? Ha! Try harder. Women swoon when they get a look at me. Yeah, because you don't see a Hylek in a human suit every day.